All right, welcome back. We are talking about waste reduction, as we always do with Marcia Dick from the city, who is, of course, the Solid Waste Services Analyst. And Marcia has brought a guest along with her today. This is Haley Feller, and Haley is, we're going to call you the local zero waster, because you don't waste.
Try not to.
Yes, exactly. But you're here to tell us, to give us some tips, some tricks, give us those tools that we need to reduce our waste over the holiday season. Yeah. Marcia, this is a time of year where I think we do waste a little bit more than maybe we should. Mm-hmm. Talk a little bit about the impact of that at this time of the year.
Yeah, I mean, usually in winter our weights go down because there's less waste with yard waste and things like that. But Christmas time, there's a big bloop in the charts.
And not so much yard waste, but it would be other kinds of, what are the forms of waste you're talking about?
Well, I think just everything that we consume ends up as waste at some point. So I think that's the biggest impact over the holiday season, is that, you know, we're buying all this new stuff. Right. We have to displace some of our old stuff, and also just, you know, we're eating more, we're entertaining more, right. We're, you know, relying on more conveniences, like perhaps, you know, paper plates and disposable cutlery and things like that.
And lots of packaging and
wrapping.
Lots
of packaging and wrapping and tape. And so, yeah, we just thought I'd come on and share some ideas for that the city has prepared some social media posts and some ideas of just ways to give less garbage.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Haley also, I thought, would have some great tips as a zero waster of not just ways to give less garbage, but ways to give products that result in less waste throughout the year. So.
And you both brought some things with you.
We brought some gifts.
Okay, so Haley, how do you not waste? How do you become a local non-waster or a zero waster?
Well, the zero waste hierarchy starts with refusing, so just refusing things you don't need, reducing, reusing, rotting, so composting generally, and then recycling is at the very bottom because as we know, it's really not that efficient. And so, yeah, so I just do all those things in that order as best as I can. Yeah.
Interesting that you say recycling is at the bottom, because I think a lot of people think that that's at the top.
They do.
Okay,
yes.
So where do you start then? So at the top of that list, these are some of the things that you've brought, right?
Yeah, so...
Refusing.
Refusing. So a great one is to refuse plastic and refuse packaging. So a lot of the things that we use in the kitchen are not going to biodegrade. They are plastic. This is a Swedish dishcloth. It's plant-based. You can get them locally here. And it just actually shrinks every time you wash it, and eventually you can compost it.
Wow.
I also have reusable Ziploc bags, so they're lined with PLU, and I throw them in the washing machine. And then produce bags, which I think is my favorite one. People a lot of times will bring reusable bags to the grocery store, but then they put their, you know, bananas or apples or whatever in a plastic bag and don't think about it. So if you bring a reusable produce bag, you reduce that, and it's a great gift. It's also a great way to wrap.
Yeah, this is also not just about giving people tricks and tools, but also gift ideas that could help us have more people in the city that are zero
wasteless,
wasteless, or moving towards that trend, right? So what's the city doing then, Marcia?
So we've prepared some.
Yes, we have some of these posts. Let's put these up. These are interesting.
And it's just encouraging people to, you know, give you know, skills or experiences, wellness instead of stuff. Like you can like, I know everybody loves to give gifts, and it feels good to give a gift, but sometimes that gift is, you know, you know, I don't know if you've ever gotten the gift that you're like,
you're like, thanks, appreciate that. Yeah, but gifts, and that's the thing, right? Gifts don't just have to be like tangible items that you're holding in your hand,
give,
right?
You know, theater tickets or dinners out, or even just going on a date with one of your friends.
Right.
Giving, you know, ski passes or swim passes.
An experience gift. Those are good.
You know?
Yes.
We're thinking about giving, you know, some panto. You know, the panto's a great thing to do over the holiday season. So getting tickets to the panto for somebody, or you know, going tubing, or you know, just you know, it can be, and those are more memorable, I think.
I think so too.
Than like I don't know, tea cozy, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you might not need.
But if you are going to give those gifts, then
Yeah.
Haley has. Yes,
gifts.
these are the items to give. So we didn't look through all of them here. So
I
what
want
are
to
we?
share some of mine.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm doing a
please.
bit of a honey theme for our bee theme. So I got these. These are.
Goodness.
Smell them too. These are beeswax wraps, and so they're just
Holy,
cloth wrapped in
that's so
beeswax, and you
neat.
can use them as an alternative to food storage bags or saran wrap. So you're going out and you're doing getting a casserole, or you're going out for dinner, and you just wrap it with this, and then you can take it home and wash it and reuse it, and they smell so lovely when they're dry.
Good. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I'm
That's
giving away a set of
great
that with
idea.
some local honey and some like beeswax tea candles.
And I know you've been doing a lot of knitting.
And I've started knitting, so instead of buying toys
Yes.
this year, I'm sorry kids, you're getting little warm mittens.
But you know what? You need to. You have to, because again, we just go, we got to go buy some gloves or mitts, or and it's nice if you have that.
And you can probably buy them for $2 at the thing, the store. But this one, you spent some time, and that in itself can be a gift instead of just like a little stocking.
Yeah,
stuffer.
absolutely. Can I ask you, Haley, quickly what you have wrapped up? How does that work?
Yeah, it's just this is a present I wrapped previously, but it's called furoshiki wrap. So basically, it's just a piece of fabric that I cut out.
So you're
just
not
in a
using
square.
wrapping paper in the Feller household.
No. Most wrapping paper has foil on it, and it's not recyclable. And when people put it in the recycling, it contaminates the recycling. So, so we just use fabric. You can use it year after year. Get a couple simple prints, or the thrift store. Just get it from the thrift store. That's probably the easiest way to go.
Yeah.
Or you can also I know a lot of people buy on Amazon or whatnot. They have that brown paper that comes in the packages. Reuse that to wrap your presents. It looks really minimalist and modern too. So
That's a great idea. And then you can tie some
Fancy
sort of
bows or ribbon,
or I don't know, some festive cranberries or something.
It looks really nice, actually.
It does,
too.
yeah.
It's like
Absolutely.
really chic and modern, and
I love it. These are great tips, you guys. Thank you so much. And again, for more information, of course, you can visit the website at the bottom of the screen. But this is really getting I think, everybody thinking about how to, and you know what? And it becomes unique for people too, right? If you give those gifts in different wrapping or things like that, it's kind of different. You're not getting the same old thing, same old wrapping paper and the same sort of gifts. So,
and because there's less garbage collection, we have 2 skip-a-days for your garbage collection, and everything's heaping by the time it's garbage day. And so just having a little bit less wrapping paper in your recycle bin and less packaging, you might just find that, I don't need to set up my recycling after Christmas. Or
no, that's a really good point. Well, thank you both. Thank you, Haley, for all your tips. We're back after break on Midday. Stay with us.